And I just walked up to her and I asked her to point to, I believe it was items 7 through 9, which were the bullets. And I just want to get to the 1,000 pound gorilla in the room.
Before we talk about the analyst, I got to interject this just in case the audience doesn't know. What we criminal defense lawyers typically do is sequester the witnesses so they can't hear what each other is saying to the jury. So we got the officer who swabbed everything, and now the analyst comes in, and the jury is aware of what the officer swabbed, why the officer swabbed it, and the connection to the lab. And now we get the DNA lab technician in there to testify and tell us what happened.
But my thought process from the beginning was really, like we talked about, to show, because remember, the theme of the case is, what are they hiding? What didn't they show you? And so after she testified and she put those, 2 rows worth of zeros on the flip chart, I came in and literally the first question, and the one thing that I was kind of surprised at, because, a lot of times prosecutors, what they'll try and do is they'll try and explain away their bad evidence. And so they didn't mention the bullets on direct at all. And I planned to kind of end discussing the bullets, but I really wanted to kind of signal to the jury the significance of the bullets, the fact that they didn't test them whatsoever, and also, my thoughts about how the prosecutor, by doing so, was still not showing them everything, kind of hiding evidence. And I just walked up to her and I asked her to point to, I believe it was items 7 through 9, which were the bullets. And I just want to get to the 1,000 pound gorilla in the room. Look at items 7 through 9. You would agree with me that you didn't test those items. She looked at it for a second, and she knew I was going to be asking her questions about that. So she acknowledged that she didn't. And I kind of just smiled at the jury. And I certainly didn't get any frowns or any confused looks from the jury. They knew what I was trying to say when I did that. But I said, and I followed up with, this case is my client's priority, and he's on trial here. He's facing serious criminal charges. And, this is what he cares about,